What's up everyone, Danny Lightning back with another CSR2 video. We are going to take a look at the milestone prize car and the Prestige Cup car for the upcoming season, which is 208. So season 208 is just around the corner. We're also going to see if we can find any other upcoming events or anything like that. I've got some really weird and interesting news, but first we're going to get to the other stuff before we get to the really weird stuff that you're going to be like, what the heck is that, right? So, weird, interesting news coming right up, but let's get to the Prestige Cup and the Milestone Prize cars first. Let's get to it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to learn about the game, go to my channel, scroll down, you'll see all my playlists that have the new players guide, the basics guide, the this, the that, the how to drive, the everything. So, there's about a million things on there to teach you about the game. So, if you need game info, just go to my channel, scroll down, and you'll see all those playlists full of really awesome stuff. So the first thing we are going to take a look at is the Audi RS5. This is a tier 3 car, and this is going to be either the milestone prize car or the Prestige Cup car. Take a guess at which one it is. Let me know in the comments, and in just a second, I'll tell you. Now, I've already got a video out for how to shift it, tune it, drive, and all that good stuff. Set it up on stage 5, set it up on stage 6. So, if you're looking for info on how to drive this car, just type in Danny Lightning Audi RS5 Coupe CSR2, and it should pop right up on the screen, and you can figure out how to drive this car and figure out if it's something you want to get or not. But this is actually going to be the Prestige Cup car. But for season 208, we are going to have the Audi RS5 as the Prestige Cup car. So tier 3 Prestige Cup means it's going to be easier. It doesn't cost a lot of game cash to upgrade. It doesn't take a lot of fusion parts. So that's not really a bad thing, right? Some people complain when there's a tier 3 car for the Prestige Cup or the Milestone Prize car. But the good news is that is an inexpensive Prestige Cup to do if you have the car. I mean, I think we would all rather it be like a really high-end, really amazing car, but half the time the Prestige Cup cars suck anyways, so you're probably going to be doing a expensive to upgrade sucky car for a lot of the Prestige Cups, so why not have an inexpensive car every once in a while and save a little bit of game cash and parts and stuff, right? That's how I look at it. So I see no reason to complain about a tier 3 Prestige Cup car every once in a while. But yeah, let's go check out the milestone prize car. Alright, so the 2023 Honda Civic Type R. This is another tier 3 car. I'm not sure how good this one's going to be. I will have a video coming out on how to drive this and set this up pretty soon. But the 2023 Civic Type R is going to be the milestone prize car. Took me a second to figure it out for season 208. See, I did it backwards this time. Normally, I do the Prestige Cup car last. This time, I did it first. Or did I do it last and then first? I don't know. I did it some way. I confused myself. But there we have it. That's the milestone prize car and the Prestige Cup car right there. So we have the Audi as the Prestige Cup car and the Civic as the milestone prize car. Alright, let's see if we can find any other interesting things coming up in the next season on 208. Now, we currently have a Hypercar Forum event. Now, this is a rerun event. If you've already finished this in the past, you're not going to get it on your map again. But if you haven't finished it yet, it should pop up and give you another chance to finish it. So this will give you the opportunity to win the C-Zinger 21 VMAX again. And that's a pretty interesting little car. I do have a video on how to drive this car, set it up, live race it, and all that good stuff. So you might want to check that out and see if it's worth getting to you. So I do have a video on that car. All right, guys and gals. So it looks like we're actually going to be getting some Fast and Furious 10 cars, a Batmobile, some Transformers. I don't think they're going to be in robot form, but they will be in car form. We might be getting some cars owned by Shaquille O'Neal, whatever those are. I have no idea. Some Jay Leno cars. We might possibly get a Iron Maiden Jaguar XJ6. This is weird. There's going to be a Goodwood Festival of Speed event coming up. There's going to be some sort of NFL football thing. Snoop Dogg's garage, the Wu-Tang Clan, John Cena's garage with the MGMC Restwood 69. I said all that wrong. Whatever. I don't know what's going on here, but it looks like they're going to be adding a bunch of Kevin Hart cars. Is this a joke? I mean, is this a joke? There's going to be some soccer or football cars, depending on where you live, how you say it. James Hetfield's Metallica car? Okay. A Daytona 24-hour event's coming up. We got Hypercar Forum 3, Supercar Science, Europe Series 2 coming up. Movie night with a Ford Mustang, the Elinore car, and a McLaren. All right, a McLaren from Back to the Future and Elinore from, Gone with 60 Seconds, I think it was. There's going to be some weird concept cars like a Mercedes-Benz 1 Elvin concept, a Cupra Dark Rebel, and the Alpine Ampliglow, Amplinglow, whatever the Alpine Glow. I don't know what that says, man. I can't read these things. I'm dyslexic. I told you. I already told you that. I can't read nothing, man. I can't read. So there's going to be a Nissan Z, a 400Z coming for Elite Tuners. There's going to be a BMW M4 G82 Elite Tuners and a Nissan 180SX Elite Tuners car coming out. There's going to be all kinds of weird stuff, guys. All kinds of weird, crazy things happening in the future here. Now, they did some surveys in the past asking about all these strange cars. So there's no guarantee that these cars are coming to the game, but they are bringing some of these cars into the game. So we're not going to see all the cars and all the weird things I just named off, but we're probably going to see at least a few of those. I mean, there's hundreds of things listed here. There's hundreds of cars listed here from the surveys. So, I mean, we might see a Batmobile, we might see a DeLorean, we might see some Transformers, but we're not going to see all of these things. But we're probably going to see at least like 5 or 10 of these cars being added to the game would be my guess. This stuff is going to be interesting to say the least. Now, it looks like there's definitely going to be a TNR Aventador coming to the game, so that's going to be really cool. But it does look like over the next few seasons, there's going to be a lot of weird and interesting stuff coming up, which is pretty cool. All I can tell you is there is a lot, and I mean a lot of weird, crazy stuff coming up, so I'm looking forward to see what actually shows up out of all those weird cars, if any. I mean, personally, I don't really like Batman. I'm not a Batman person, so I don't really care if a Batmobile comes into the game, but I would love to see Transformers. I would love to see the DeLorean and some of this other stuff, so yeah. But there's a whole list of interesting stuff over there on the CSR Racing Discord that Nitro and the Crow and those guys run, so it'll be interesting to see if any of that stuff makes it to the game. If it does, that's going to be super cool. I am looking forward to it. I would like to see some weird, wacky cars. And I know there's a lot of people who are like going, hey man, CSR3 Racing's coming out. They're about to shut down the servers on CSR2. CSR2 is going to end. Well, the person I talked to, says, hey, we have plans to keep CSR2 going. Don't you worry, we're not planning on shutting it down. So I think as long as both games, like when CSR3 does finally get released, I think as long as both games are still making money, I think they're going to keep CSR2 open as long as there's enough people playing it and spending money on it. Because honestly, CSR3 is not going to be for everybody. CSR3 is going to be a very different type of game. I mean, it's got some similarities, but it looks very, very different. For those of us who just want a basic drag racing game, there's nothing out there like this, right? CSR3 is going to have drag racing and like drift turns and all kinds of stuff, and that's not something that I don't think I'm really going to be that interested in CSR3. I could be wrong. Maybe when it comes out, I'll play it and I'll love it, but this game right here, it's just a really high-end, really awesome drag racing game that's just, I mean, it's not basic and simple, but it is. It's basic and simple until you really get into how things work in the game, and then you're like, wow, there's a lot going on here. But it's just a basic drag racing game with a lot of crazy stuff going on when it comes to tuning everything else, how things work for live racing, how this works, how that works. You know, there's a lot of things going on in this game which makes it fun and interesting and keeps it from getting boring. So I don't know. There's just nothing out there like CSR2 racing. But as of right now, I'm not really too worried about them shutting down the servers or anything like that. I mean, it could happen. We don't know for sure. It definitely could happen, but they said, don't you worry. We got big plans in the future for CSR. Plus, they just added the garage organization. They're going to be adding all these interesting cars and things. And I mean, until this game dies off and people aren't playing it, I'm going to assume that this thing's going to stay running for quite a long time. We don't know for sure, but that's my guess, my assumption, my speculation. And going by what they told me, that's why I'm guessing that, right? The person I talked to, yeah, they made it sound like this game is going to keep going. So that would be great if it does. But anyways, I think that's pretty much going to wrap this video up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys big time. You guys are super duper amazing. And yeah, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe. If you drop down the video's description, you'll see my Discord server, my YouTube channels, some links to some important game news, and all kinds of other interesting stuff you might want to check out, plus some ways to help support this channel and keep it running and bringing you videos just like this. Thank you to all the channel members. My headphones just fell down. I guess one thing of 3M tape is not enough to hold up your headphones. I guess I'll use 2 next time. I mean, they're not that heavy, are they? I mean, they're pretty lightweight overall. I don't know why they had to fall down. Jerks. Giant jerks of headphones. More than likely, I just need to get on an alcohol pad and clean the surface. Maybe it was just kind of, dirty or something. That's probably why it didn't stick. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. You guys are super duper amazing. I appreciate each and every one of you a lot. And we will catch you next time. Lightning out. See ya.